Hey, it's Peter Reed Miller from On Sports Photography with Peter Reed Miller. I'm here today with images that were sent in by my viewers, and I'm going to do some critiquing. So sit back and we'll see whose stuff we've got and what I have to say about it. Now, I'm starting out with the image right here, which I like a lot. I do wish that, let's take a look and see if we can find a name in the IPTC file. No. Oh, Raphael Vadillo. Okay, Raphael, that's the way to go. You put your name in there. Okay, great. I like this shot. It looks like a 15 or a 16 full frame fisheye. It's a different view of the game, of the team coming out. So I like it. I think it shows some creativity. You got right in there, and you show the whole. It's a scene setter. It's a scene setter. Okay, what do we got next? All right. Great football action. Terrible crop. Come on. Come on. You guys ever watch me? There's no sports photo that can't be improved with a crop, and especially one like this. You got a busy background. You got an empty stands. You want to cut that down. There's your picture. But really nice. Very nice action. But crop it. Crop it. Okay, soccer. One of the things that I always kind of bugs me in soccer pictures is, and I don't blame them, they're always looking at the ball. You don't get a lot of eye contact. But again, not to sound like a broken record, but we need a little crop in this picture. Just about like that. There's really, all that extra stuff, it's just waste of pixels. So we crop it like that. Boom. There's your picture. It's good action. It's good action. Let's see who shot it. Raphael. It's another one by Raphael. Okay, Raphael, you're a good action shooter and you're a terrible cropper. So get to cropping.
Continuing.
Okay, here we got a hockey picture. Let's see who shot it. Well, we don't know who shot it because they didn't put their name in the IPTC file, so you won't get mentioned on air. This is an interesting picture, but I don't quite know what's happening. I would, again, crop. But I'm not sure. You got a good face. You got a big blur on the hand. I don't know what he's doing. It poses a lot of mystery to me, but not in a good way. Okay, well, sports are messy. Again, I'm kind of looking at this. I'm not seeing a puck. I guess maybe he's swinging into the bench with his stick. Not sure about this. If there's not a puck and it's just him against the boards, again, I would crop, but I'm not going to take you through all that. So not really clear. Let me see who shot this one. I bet the same person. Oh, John Morris. John Morris. John, drop me a line and explain the picture to me, if you don't mind. Okay, now this is what you're trying to do, and I kind of like this. I like to see a little more of a crop, but I do like the blur and the rest of the ice. I wish I had more of a face, but at least you've got a fairly sharp face. You're showing the blur. You've cut it off really at an inappropriate spot. You don't have much stick. You don't have one glove, but good effort. Good effort. Okay. Goalie's throwing a stick, which is a moment, but it really looks like it's past the moment. Nobody else is doing anything. There's no jube going on. I just see a stick in the air and the goalie's back. So I'm not quite thinking that's really making a picture there. Nice swimming and diving picture. I would crop it a little bit more. Let's see who. Sorry, this keeps going like this. Let's see who shot this. Darren Armalloy. Okay, Darren. You got the moment there. As I said, I would have probably cropped, because look up here, you get this sky. What is that sky doing there? You can't do much about the flags, but you can do, sorry to crop your logo off, but I think that's a lot better where it's completely black. See, there you go. Okay. Baseball. Oh, nice, nice. Ball coming right into the glove. Slide. You just don't see that much in baseball anymore. You don't see good second base action. Nobody wants to take out the second baseman. But I like this. This is like, and it's well cropped. It's well cropped. Let me see who shot this. Darren, it's you again. All right, man. I like this. Good shot. Good shot. Okay. Yeah. This is a picture. It makes you stop turning the pages. It makes you stop scrolling. Is it the greatest picture I've ever seen? No, not really. But is it a funny picture? Yes. Is it a arresting picture? Yes. Is it a weird picture? Yes. But I like it. I like it a lot. I want to know who shot this. Hope your name is in here. No, nobody's name is in here. Okay, well, sorry about that. But whoever, it was, it's nice seeing, nice looking. Okay, Niners and Packers. I like this kind of shot, and I've shown it a number of times. I have a couple that I really like because it's the whole play. I mean, over here you've got blockers. You've got blockers on both sides. You've got two potential receivers, even though he's looking to the other side of the field. You got a guy who obviously got by the blockers who's rushing. This would have been a better picture if it was taken from a real super low level. This looks to me like it was taken from even standing up. Kneeling, but really laying that camera right on the ground. If you've got a screen that can move or a right angle finder or you're very flexible, that would have made this a better picture. But it's a really good picture. I like the feeling of it, and I like the feeling of the play developing, although it's not going to develop too much if he gets sacked. But Rinskeep, photographer with one name. Okay. Nice job. Not so much. I mean, first of all, it needs crop, and even at that, I mean, if you're doing what I call shooting by the numbers, that's what we do a lot for AP. We have a list of players. We need to get a good action shot of them. If you're looking for a defensive back, you're not going to get a lot. But here's a good shot of that defensive back. Unfortunately, he's not completely clear because Jimmy Graham's arm is cutting with his, because that's what you want. You want the clean, clear, isolated action. As a game action shot, he's already made the catch. You kind of, this is the kind of picture that makes me think I want to see the frames before that, because maybe he turned around and made that catch. But it needed a crop badly, and it is a good, decent picture of the DB dropping back. Okay. Just want to see if we're still in Rinskeep stuff, or yes, we are. Okay. Kind of a weird picture. It almost looks like you held the camera over your head. Which is not the feeling I like to get for football, looking down on it. But, it's a touchdown. It's a score. When was this taken? In 7D Mark II. Doesn't really say when it was taken. I wonder, is this a playoff game? A couple of years ago? And it almost works, but it's like, again, his foot's cut off. It's a very weird angle, but you do have Jube in the background. The next frame, if you could have gotten him in and had the ref signaling a touchdown, that would be the frame I'd like to see. Okay, who do we have here? Who's shooting this? Andy Zavonia. Apologies if I pronounce your name wrong, Andy. Really nice. Really nice. sharp, direct, right there. Cropped well. Not much I can say about this except nice job. I mean, too bad about this guy's hand in here. But if you're shooting for a news organization, you can't remove it. Now, if you're shooting for yourself, you could, but let's not talk about that. No, this is a great job. Very good job, Andy. Softball. The sport with more jubilation per minute than any other sport. It makes great pictures. They jube all the time. Thomas Tanner. Thomas, you got a good one. You got a nice shot. I think this is really good, and it's well cropped. Hard to miss with softball, though, in terms of jubilation. Hard to miss, but good job. Good job, Thomas. Good job, Thomas. Whoa. Really nice. Sharp. Again, I'm sorry about the jumping screen. I think it needs a little bit of a crop, kind of like this. Much more dramatic. Yeah, there you go. Crop a little bit. You got a nice moment there. Let's see who did this. Bo Rasmussen. Michaeli Bo Rasmussen. Okay. Did you take one of my workshops, Bo? Maybe not. Maybe. The Mermaid Bowl. Okay. American football. Okay, so this is in Denmark. Great. Great. I don't think you did take a workshop. In any case, nice job on a sport that you probably don't shoot as much as you'd like to. But don't be afraid to crop. But we're getting some good action in this critique. Really good. Really good. Is this... I gotta fix that. Okay. Okay, this is Mikkel again. Or Bo, whatever you want me to call you. And again, you've got the moment. You need the crop. You just don't need all that extra. You want to give them a headroom here. But there you go. There you go. Great picture. Award winner. Great. Nice job, Bo. I am going, if this is another one from Denmark, I am moving there. And I'm going to shoot all my football there. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm going to shoot all my football in Denmark from now on because it's great. You get great action there. I don't know what it is, but nice job again, Superman. It's classic. Diving touchdown. Well cropped. Good job. I will see you on the sidelines in Denmark. Okay. I love the expression on number 1 there. And this is red. Oh no, this is McKelligan. Okay, you should have stopped. You should have stopped when you were ahead. This is not as good. Expression's good, but you cropped them kind of weirdly, and I just don't see as much as I've seen in these other pictures, which were outstanding. Okay, who do we have here? Okay, Carl. All right, Carl. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but I mean, there's nothing in this picture that is at all interesting except the guy kicking the ball and the ball. And you have that, that's great, but the rest of it, leave it be. Let it alone. We don't want to see it. With a crop, it's pretty good action. You know, keeping a ball, keeping a kicked ball in the frame with a good, they move fast. It's like in football, field goal kicks, anything like that, they move fast. So getting that ball in there, good job. Just do a little cropping next time. Okay. Well, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say crop, about half of it off there. It's kind of a moment. It's too bad that number 7 got kind of cut out of the frame. That really takes a lot away. But again, if you crop it, you can make it a much better looking picture. It's not a great picture, but it's a lot better. And she's in the center now. She's coming in. It's not so glaring. There's not all that space over. What good's that space over there? Who shot this? Carl again. Okay, Carl, you're a soccer shooter. Well, this is better. Okay, here you go. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is the best I've seen. Imagine this is probably Carl again. Yeah, it is. And that's, but again, just crop it, and you got a picture there. Again, this is good jubilation. Again, it could use a crop. I'm not going to bother to do it for you. I would like to see this full length. There's no way you can cut you did okay, but I'd like to see it. I'd like you just to back off. You were the 300, so it's probably, and you're at f4, so that's probably could be a 300 f4. It's probably not a zoom, so you didn't have a lot of options there. But you got the good part. But again, it needed to be cropped a little tighter. Well, yeah, this is kind of a pretty picture. I know you got the sun in there. I don't know if it's going to crop up very well or not. I kind of like, let's see. Yeah, I like the feel of it. I mean, it's a scene setter again. It's showing, looks like the Olympic downhill or one of the downhill events, slalom, giant slalom, whatever. And it shows that pretty well, and I like the sky there. I mean, I think it's a good picture that would maybe close a story or open a story. Let's see, and we don't know who this is from, so I can't address you by name. But I think if you just took it down a little bit, cropped it a little bit, you still get the feeling of the woods, still get the feeling of the sun, and the skier. So, okay. I wish I liked this more than I did. There's something about it. I know they get low when they make the turns and all that, but you need to be lower. The camera needed to be lower. I don't know what position. I don't shoot downhill skiing, so I don't know a lot about it. I'll be the first to admit that. Clearly, this could be cropped, but I'm not going to bother to do it. But he just seems so scrunched down there, and it's like, again, I don't know. Yeah, you've got the big gate there, and you want to keep that in, but then there's got to be a way to get a little bit more of a balance to it. Okay, here is a tennis player hitting a ball. Again, as so often, it needs a crop. Yeah, I'm going to do it because maybe I'll like it more. It would have helped. This is not a tall woman. If you had shot from maybe a little bit lower angle, you would make her look a little taller. I think there's good intensity. Ball's in a good place. If she didn't have the sunglasses, you could probably see her eyes, which would make it a better picture. But if you're looking for a picture of a tennis player who happens to play in sunglasses, unfortunately, this is a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. Just needed a little cropping. Okay, ball on bat in baseball, always good. The question is, do you need the catcher? I say no. I say the catcher is a given. If the guy's at the plate, there's somebody behind him. It's like in basketball. I think the basket is a given. I do not think you have to include it. I think here's your picture. It's very good timing. And let's see who shot this. Darren again. Oh, Darren, you've been packing them in here. But you just don't need that whole thing. There's too much empty space, too much dead space. It's not a picture that would run. This is a picture that would run. Okay, relay. It's relay. She's touching, the other person's taking off. I get it. It took me a while to figure it out, but I do get it. Do I like it? Not really. It's just a weird angle on the legs. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting and it's different. I'll give you that. But the legs are just kind of weird looking in the frame. They look like they were put in. They look like they were photoshopped in. But I will look up your name so I can. No name. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay. High school football at night. It's dark. Don't know what I'd say about this. It's kind of after the fact. This really is not a picture that I would take. I mean, I like the guy in white in the air, but it's really, your eye goes to the brightest thing in the picture. So all my eye goes to is these guys in white. And I am hunting for what's the purpose of this picture. Well, the purpose is the guy in the middle, only he's going over. So it's kind of after the fact. And then there are these guys out here who are just standing. So they really should be cropped out, except that he's got his hand crossing the line. So it's kind of an uncomfortable picture. It doesn't really work for me. But I will look up your name, so to be fair. W.J. Sciuti. Okay. Well, we should do like the flip cards at football games where they have the pronunciations by the name. Yeah, I am woman. Hear me roar. Crop it. It's good. It's good for what it is. It's a picture of her, and she's doing her thing and all that. Just give it a little crop, and you've got something. And this is Carl again. Carl, this is like a private critique for you. Okay. Let's go on. Well, I love the face. This is field hockey, I'm thinking. Field hockey. I like the ball. Took me a while. You don't need any of the rest of the stuff. You don't need this other head or anything like that. Just this. There's your picture. Boom. There's your picture. It's a nice picture. That's all you needed there. And this is from, Julian Skeen. I'm sorry. I'm not going to try that one. Obviously needs a crop. By now you guys, you don't need me to do that. There's way too much junky space. The sad part of this picture is the guy who's really in the air, the guy in red, is out of focus. And the guy in yellow, who is sharp, is really kind of going down. And then the other guy is just kind of flopped. I guess that's the goalie. I mean, this was a 200 millimeter at f3.2. Yeah, I'm surprised that you don't have a little more depth of field, but it visually doesn't work for me because my eye goes to the guy in red and white who's flying through the air but not sharp, and the guy who is sharp is taking a nosedive. And this was Julian Skeen. I'm sorry. I'm not figuring that one out. Okay. Huh. I like this. This is again, and you gotta forgive me because it's a little bright in here. This is a really pretty picture. You just have wonderful light. You've got great background. You got perfect symmetry. The guy in the lead, you're saved from the, you get the amputee leg on this guy, but not on him because you see the shoe. What I mean is the leg's all the way back and you don't see a foot. And if you stare at that for a while, you think you're looking at an amputee. But this is really because you picked him out. You're at a 5,000th with a 200 millimeter lens at f1.8. Okay, that's one of the things. Shallow depth of field, f1.8. And you're wide, But that's okay because everything gets very pretty and you've got very pretty light. And the combination really works for me. This is William Hanley. And William, I think that's a good job. It's a very good job. Very nice picture. This would be an opener for a story on this meet. I mean, maybe you tuck a little off the edges, but I like this picture. Okay, black and white. Let's see who's shot this. Nobody I know. It's a little hard for me to read. It take me a while to see. Okay, it's a female working out with weights. She's got the weight back there. I see some muscle, but I don't really, and the highlights on the face really aren't enough. I mean, I can kind of see where you were going with this, but you didn't get there. Okay. Aside from having the golf ball coming off the club, why is this shot? I mean, it's really nothing. It's, sorry, well, I can't criticize you. I mean, you could crop it, and it would be something, but it's just you got no face. You don't really have a wind-up. You just got the club and the ball. It's just really not a picture. Okay, good storming on the field. Nice backlit flags. Is this? Where is this from? Raphael again. Raphael Vadillo. Okay, Raphael. We've seen a lot of your stuff. And this is pretty good. This is pretty good. This looks like it might have been taken in Mexico. I like the shadows. I like the crop. Yeah, this is a nice picture. It's a nice picture. Lacrosse. It's the sticks. You got the player, and he's all like compact, and he's running everything. And then you got the stick, which is 4 more feet of wood and empty space. Now here, you've got some contact. Again, tighter crop. This is not really great action. The ball's sort of wandering off above his head. But at least he's connecting at something. Usually you have to crop these things so wide to get the sticks in that it's hard to get a picture. And the guy in the background's not doing anything, which is sort of common in what I suspect this is high school lacrosse, that it doesn't really work for me. Okay. I would here use the batter and the catcher because that's where the action is, catching in the glove and the batters. You do not need the ump. You do not need a lot of the fencing around there. You don't need a lot of what's in there. And I don't have your name, but you know your crop here is about like this, and then you kind of got a picture there, kind of. I mean, it's not great action, but at least there's something. Okay, he's pulled back, and there's the ball in there, so you've got something. Okay, well, that's 40 pictures, 41 pictures, and I think that's what all I'm gonna do today. I'll try and catch up. I have a big backlog of stuff. Keep sending it in. Put your name in the IPTC file, please. Otherwise, I'm never going to figure out who shot this stuff, and I'd like to mention your name since you were kind enough to send it in. Thanks again for all your submissions. Good shooting. This is Peter Reed Miller on Sports Photography with Peter Reed Miller. If you're in Manhattan Beach, come out and check the Manhattan Beach studios. See us work. See Mark Nichols work. And if you're interested, my workshop in Las Vegas, November 20th, still has some spots. So check it out. Thanks. Bye. I want to thank my friends at GF Crew for making this video possible. If you want to make money shooting action sports, check out GF Crew. Go to gfcrew.com to join. It's free. They have a whole process and an app set up to help you make money shooting sports. Check it out. Get started today.